Well, it is summertime and it is a beautiful night, not only in real life but here in Minecraft as well, as we continue to get even more progress done here on our monorail, this mega build that we are happening to build in the Lotus SMP. And I will say that I am excited for this stream. This is going to be much more of a low-key stream for the last couple of ones I have been recording during it. I do think that it is important for us to get a good amount of work done here, and not all work that you can have done in any Minecraft world is the most glamorous type. So today on stream we are going to collect ourselves some materials. And so, if you do happen to be down for that, definitely consider leaving a like on the stream. But at the moment, it is me and Actual Pug online on the server. But I do know that the man is deep caving at the moment. He is doing some good old mining for his base. So as you can see, there is no one here to sleep for the night, so I do think that it is going to have to be our responsibility. And so we can set down our bed for the night. And a welcome to everyone that is hanging out on stream tonight. I know we got the man Spooky out here. It sounds like he has had a relaxing and chilled out Saturday. That makes me happy to hear. And for me, so far, it has been a really good weekend. My mom is in town, and she is in town to do a lot of things to help me out, but at the same time to celebrate my birthday, my 27th birthday, which is coming up on this upcoming Monday. So tomorrow morning we are going to be doing a bit of traveling and some good old adventure time, which if you are in the Discord, I'm sure you will eventually or inevitably get a couple of photos and updates and whatnot about that. But that does mean that this is going to be our last stream until probably Tuesday night. So I do apologize about that, but this guy is definitely going to be touching some grass. But the good thing is we had a video on the second channel come out today. And then on Tuesday, we have our 100 days in the Jungle movie coming out. So I do hope that you can enjoy some good old content and of course some short form videos as well in the meantime before we get to our next stream, which will once again be on Tuesday. I know. Well, I didn't realize that I went into this water, that little bit of water right here in the terrain while I was looking at the chat. But yeah, Spooky, I do agree. And one thing that we probably will do today, besides collecting a bit of stone, is we're actually going to get around to terraforming this bit of land right here and replace everything with dirt. Everything right here, as much as we can, at least on stream, and terraform the entire island, because eventually I want to have this entire thing be wheat all by itself. Which I do think sounds very cool. It sounds very fun to do. But we are going to head inside as Inca joins the game. And then left the game. So I could not say hello. But it is what it is, you could say. But we do have to get around to collecting a bit more cobblestone. So I do think that we will put our torch in our offhand. and head on down here into our industrial cave area, where I am kind of just digging it down bit by bit and layer by layer until I just know that I need stone. So we are going to keep on mining down so that we can continue to work on this monorail project that we happen to be working on, which I must say is the biggest build by far that I have ever made. And that excites me because oftentimes I will set big projects for myself, but then I will kind of overachieve in order to make them happen on the fastest timeline possible, which is not a bad thing in terms of Minecraft content creation, but it does definitely take a lot of sacrifice in order for that to happen. But this project happens to be so big that I know that I would just kill myself if I was trying to get it done in one fell swoop. And so kind of the idea behind this project in the first place was that it would take me a good amount of time during the season in order to get it done and to work on it. And so it definitely is a satisfying feeling finally having a project that is so big that it is uncontainable. And to any of the Lotus SMP members, if anyone happens to be hanging out on stream or watches this after the fact, please do know that any and all help in terms of resources or in terms of building and helping me out with this is very much appreciated, because it is a massive, massive project. But I do think that it is kind of satisfying as well, kind of digging this down block by block as well on the horizontal layer. The starting bit right here, we have dug down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now 5 layers here. And then we have used every single layer, literally all of the stone that I happen to have to my name on our mega project that we happen to be working on, which is very fun. But I do also need a whole ton more redstone and a lot more gold as well in order to make it all happen. So a deep breath, a deep breath. Slowly but surely we will make it happen. But this whole area as well is something that I actually don't really show at all that much in the Lotus SMP episode 1 video that is already, I think, based on how much I've edited it so far, I think it's like 25 minutes long or something like that. And it does not have a lot more footage, and we are nowhere near done completing the recording of the episode 2. I kind of have this like idea and project of making like the longest, best, like super high edited, just like really high quality, but also I'm including some fun like moments from stream and that sort of thing, but just having like a whole in-depth, like I've already built, I think like 4 builds and like an incredible monorail project. And I haven't even gotten to finishing terraforming this island, as we know. At the same time, I still haven't even made my starter base. And the cottages that we have up upon the island that we have right here, I don't even I think they're both temporary. Like I'm going to tear everything down. So we have been working incredibly hard in order to get a whole ton of progress done here, and it is material intensive, but the good thing is that as the server continues to grow and as we all continue to progress in terms of getting more materials and being able to help out one another with efficiency and with game progression, and especially eventually once we get Elytra, things will progress, and this project will be a lot easier to complete, I would say. Hey, Zadok, I hope that you're doing well, man. Let me change the song real quick. A little too medieval. A little too dark for me for the moment. And let me grab a quick sip of water and check chat real quick. Yo, Cool is back as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you guys are doing well, and happy Saturday to you all. And I would love to know, what time of day is it for you guys, and if it happens to be around a specific meal time, what do you happen to be munching on? I went out to dinner with my mom tonight, and we both ended up getting the garden salad, which was something that I really liked from that I've had before from the restaurant that I've been to. And it's kind of a salad with edamame, actually, which is really good, and some pistachios as well, and some feta cheese, and I think some Oaxaca cheese as well, and some other good bits and bobs, and I had some ahi tuna on it as well. So definitely a very good healthy meal, and it was exactly what I needed. It totally hit the spot. Along with, I ended up with my mom in town. She's like my best friend in the entire world. And so we ended up going on what we call a fun run, where we ran about 2.5 miles and kind of just chit-chatted along the way. And it's one of the best ways to, I think, connect with other people, to do some sort of physical activity with one another. But for me, those of you guys that know me a little bit more know that a couple of weeks ago, I ended up getting back from going to Spain, where I was backpacking and had a very kind of intense experience, you could say, to say the least. And those of you guys that kind of know a little bit more on a deeper level about that, you know, it was very, very significant. And so definitely being able to catch up and hang out with her, and then we're going to do some traveling as well for the next couple of days, was really, really nice. But in particular, when I was in Spain, there was a period of time where I was at first backpacking, which is very strenuous on your body, in like an endurance sort of kind of way, where I've never really experienced what it's like to actually walk like 18 to 20 miles on foot every single day, day after day after day after day, with like a backpack to my name. So that is one, you know, a very humbling thing. But I personally love the feeling, as we have a Spider-Man over here. I personally love the feeling of like increasing my heart rate and getting a sweat on. And getting the endorphins on, like it just like physical activity in that way is very important for me. But my experience in Spain kind of made it difficult for a period of time to get back into the swing of things. And my glasses were also unfortunately lost in the incident, along with my headphones that I used to to listen to music, which is very important for me to get like a huge good sweat on and like a good workout, which is just like very important to me as a person. So I kind of was struggling after I got back here for the last like 10 days after being in Spain, and really had missed kind of just like pushing myself in that sort of way. So since it's quite hot where I am at the moment, and it was the perfect time of day to get a good jog on and a good sweat, I cannot begin to tell you how rejuvenating that feeling was, and how important I think physical activity is when it comes to your mental health and to your sense of well-being. And health is the first wealth. And as we all know, when we get sick, unfortunately, It is the one thing that you realize that you have not been appreciating as much as you should have been. And so it's such a good reminder to hear that from other people and be able to internalize that, I think, because as much as we can, we should be reminded of that. If not, then, we can live in a way which may prioritize the experience in the short term over the long term, which is something that I happen to do. And I'm sure that you are not alone in doing that, or I'm not alone in doing that. We all happen to give into short-term pleasures, if not from time to time, no matter how disciplined we are. But it is always a good reminder that health is the first wealth, I do believe. Oh man, I missed a block right there. But block by block, we take this guy down. I do think that we can take a quick pit stop at the moment and head up the staircase that we have and get to smelting some of the stone that we've picked up, which, as you can see, is a pretty good amount. And so we'll get to a smelting just like so. I do kind of have a couple of buckets in here already and some stone that has already been smelting. So we can put that in the chest right here and then put these blocks that we're not going to be using at the moment over here. And then thankfully, we actually happen to have a bit of kind of lava farm right here. So we can take out 5 of our buckets just like so. And then bring them on down over here into the furnace and continue to get along smelting. And I'm very curious, have any of you guys been watching any of my short form videos? Whether that be on Instagram, on TikTok, or on YouTube Shorts? I do know that within this past week, one of my last YouTube shorts ended up getting 20,000 views, which is a solid number for this guy. But I've been trying to get a decent amount more creative when it comes to making short form content and hopefully having it complement my long form content as much as I can. So if you have been watching any of it, and especially if you're coming from short form content, definitely let me know. All of that feedback is definitely very appreciated, I would say. Ooh, add a dungeon to your castle. I think that is a fantastic idea. And he already plans to as well. That is a total dub. Let me change the song very quickly. What Minecraft related songs should I put on my iPod? Wait, I don't have that many songs on that I have downloaded so far, but the songs that I really enjoy from the Minecraft soundtrack are Clark, Mice on Venus, and Subwoofer Lullaby. So I do think that when it comes to the Minecraft soundtrack, that those are really good ways or places to start. But once again, we will continue on mining down. I guess Pug and I, it looks like Pug happens to be AFK at the moment, but Pug and I are up to the same work. He is digging down in his base, and it looks like I am also digging down my base in order to once again get some more progress done so that we can get even more building done here for our monorail project. And ooh man, this is a big guy. This is one big project, I will assure you that. But I will also admit, and it pains me to say such a thing, and I'm heartbroken about this, and you can just tell that this is just, it's breaking me inside, it's killing me, it's tearing me apart. I really, really am in need of assistance about this thing, but I am in notice. I have been notified that you still haven't liked the stream yet for some reason. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this Minecraft thing. I guess I couldn't do it in the first place. There's no reason to continue this thing if I can't even get a like on stream. You know what I mean? Didn't you know that for a YouTuber, a like on stream is the dream? It's almost as good as actually meeting Dream. Did you know that it's even better than eating a Krispy Kreme? You know, it's just one button to put on the screen. It's the best audience streamer etiquette. You know what I mean? I'm trying with the poetry. I heard a button. I heard a button. Thank you for... I guess someone knows. I heard the button. It was the Lord. Thank you, him, for allowing me to be here tonight with you all. Be able to share my soul and what is within me, not only creatively, but spiritually with you all. To be able to partake in community over something that is very, very special to me, not only as a human being, but as a soul that is in communion and in communication and connection with other souls. I appreciate you for providing us these moments together where we can get work done in the coziest vibes possible. Over a technological communication medium that never ever would have ever existed 50 or 40 or 80 years ago. Something that the grandparents of our grandparents could only ever imagine. A way of community and connection that never ever would have thought possible until within the last 100 years, one that within the last 20 or so, most people would have sought off or thought off as something as nothing more than a superficial connection, when the reality is, nowadays, things have very much so changed. And speaking from experience, I have gotten so much fulfillment out of life about having met so many people, including you, that really just love the exact same thing that I love. And we can all connect with that together, and it's such a beautiful thing, in my opinion. And speaking of, we have the man of the community. I would say that this man has Minecraft diplomatic immunity. And if only I had more words to rhyme with community. But we got the man Etat. And I also wish that I knew that of words that rhymed with Etat. Because the reality is the only thing that I can think of is she-cat. If I'm being real, that's not where the rapping heat sat. And so I guess I must say that I should admit defeat. By the rhyme in Etat's name, I must admit that I've been beat. But it's okay. At one time, I did have that heat. But if I was a goat, I would bleat. Okay, cut it stop. Okay, Slip, cut it out. Okay, the rhyming isn't that good. Cut it out a little bit. Pull it, put on the brakes. Okay, but we are definitely making good progress here. I do say we take a look over to the left because I have a strong feeling that our automatic wheat field is just about ready for harvest. So we will go and press the button right here, and you will notice that this machine is absolute boof. It is so bad. This is my own design. I'm sure you can be very proud of it. It works very well, you can see. Not only does it take out only about 2/3 of the wheat that we have here, but at the same time, every single time I have to go back in here and place down torches, as you can see, so that there is enough lighting to actually light the field. So you could either be disappointed in me or you could be proud of me for not completely just copying a tutorial and actually trying to be a redstone slip. Which is something that I do not really try. But I'm happy that I did it, and it is a satisfying feeling to have something that even kind of works, given my knowledge of how redstone actually works. But I do have a good feeling we can probably take a bit of a break right now from going and collecting our stone materials. And I do think that we are going to start to actually work on terraforming the rest of the island and continuing to place down more crops. But I do always get very sidetracked by the song. I think it's very beautiful. So I'm going to let it play for a second, and I'm going to grab a quick sip of water and check in with you all on chat, because I have gotten a way to waffle in, as my man Draconis would say. Yes, Etat, I probably will sleep in a little bit, but I'm traveling with Mom. She is in town for my birthday this weekend, so it will be it's a little different. It's a little different this weekend. Also, hello Vampy. It's good to see you once again. I remember you from stream, I think like 2 days ago. Oh, but oh no, my microphone. Oh, I've dropped it. Well, Dr. Zadok, thank you so much, and Tiger Lily, thank you so much for being here as well. I am very humbled to be able to be your background entertainment, hopefully soothing and cathartic as you get some housework done. Yo, Etat. Your mom and I share the same birthday. I am humbled to be able to share a birth date as someone as incredible as Etat's mom. There is no question. You see, not only DNA, but energy, I think, can be transferred throughout a family. As we say, we are not only a product of our genetics, but we are a product of our environment as well. And who do we learn best from? Well, the people that we happen to be closest with. And when we are growing up at the most developmental part of our life, well, that is oftentimes our caregivers. And so I do think that good parenting and good influence in good energy is palpable, I would say, and transferable. One of my favorite things to say to my elementary school kids is that when you smile at the world, the world smiles back. And so the little things in life are so incredibly important. And so you could say that this guy here, Slip, shares hopefully a little bit, maybe even a fraction of the cosmic energy that goes into Etat's mom's wonderful energy. Call me humbled. Hey, I appreciate it. Yes, as soon as I told you that, Etat, I was like, there's no way you can forget it now, dude. If it's your mom's birthday, there's no other way. But I do think that we will head into our chest right here. I'll get off of my pedestal and grab all of our wheat seeds. And then we're going to have to head back down here in a second, and we will end up getting around to grabbing all of the dirt that we have to our name as well. As the sun begins to, I don't even know, either set or rise in the world. And we can take another little look at our monorail over here as the sun sets. Which, as you can see, is absolutely beautiful. And we do not have a station for it where we can walk on up, and that will have to be a project in the future. But as you can see, the sky is absolutely beautiful as the sun begins to set in this beautiful lotus world, and the moon rises as we have like so. So we will take out our black bed and head to sleep for the night. Okay, and once again, a new day, and Pug is still AFK. And that rhymed. Yes, I am very happy that Mom came to visit, and we've had a good time so far. We ended up going to an arts festival today, and we've had some good food together, but she's also, in a very motherly way, been very helpful for me over the... I'm going to lay down a bunch of just like, you know, in life, I'm a very lucky person, but a lot of kind of just like unfortunate circumstance has kind of happened over me, and the right music happens to come on at the perfect time for it. The unfortunate circumstance music. But within the last month, pretty much exactly, I have had my car vandalized and broken into, and a lot of important things have been stolen over the day before, or the morning of I went to Spain. So being away in the foreign country, it was hard for me to be able to do anything about it. And my car really is in disrepair, if I'm being honest. And so I have to get a new car, which is expensive and kind of stressful, of course. When I was in Spain, there was kind of a very violent incident that happened to happen to this guy. That was not without financial repercussion and psychological repercussion and that sort of thing. And so kind of a lot has happened, put it lightly, over the last month. And so in a logistical sense, as I start to make some big moves in a real life sort of sense, and I kind of needed a little bit of extra support and, kind of working out many different logistics to kind of work out at once, I would say. It's been super helpful to have her here and, at the car dealership, have someone else alongside you to ask you questions and that sort of thing. All of the little things like that. So, we have been doing some good work together over the last 48 hours, and we are now going to go in. Did anyone else hear that? Oh, my heart just jumped right there. I heard a gust of wind and I thought it was Pug, but Pug was offline right there. That was very spooky. I do think that we will come in and say a quick hello to Blippery. Hello, Blippery. And then we will put our seeds in here for the time being. Although it is so very loud next to the cow pen here. And then boop back on down. And let's see. If I'm being honest, do not really know where I have put my dirt blocks. Apparently in here. So we'll take everything that we have to our name and head back up the ladder. Yeah, a whole ton has happened. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. I live I live with my roommate, but I do live pretty much across the country from the rest of my family. And so sometimes when, life is one of those things that you can't do by yourself. And from time to time, you do need people to help you through it. And it is a strong thing when you realize you've kind of met your match a little bit and it's really time to call in a bit of support just because there's too much going on at once, I would say. So I'm very happy that she's been able to really be there for me over the last couple days, I would say. Yeah, the Spain scenario is quite a thing, I would say. We will hit start recording so we can get some cinematics in here. But the Spain thing was definitely quite a thing. And the interesting thing is that when I do happen to share about it with people, a lot of people have said that they have heard about incidents very similar at the location of where I was in Spain as well. And so that's kind of been an interesting thing to hear. And so I do know that I'm not alone, and I do know as well, and I'm sure that this is not surprising to a lot of you guys, but I would be so much more bummed if I could not actually play Minecraft. For those of you that don't know, it's totally okay that you don't. I ended up breaking 2 bones in my fingers as a result of a violent incident. um, but very thankfully, they were hairline fractures. And so they're both on my left hand, where I would use W, A, S, and D. And they're healing up so quickly that I can already use W, A, S, and D without any problem. And so I am healing very quickly. So there is much to be thankful about as well, I would say. Yes, a W mom. Hey, everything is a yin and yang, I would say. Some of our best qualities come from our parents, and some of our worst qualities also come from our parents as well. I think. And I would love to know, are the cows like super loud on your end? Because for me, they absolutely, definitely are. Oh man, W mom for sure. But genuinely, the game sounds are so loud next to the animals over there that I actually cannot think. I have to turn those guys down if I want to get any progress done around here. Okay. Well, if they're not loud for you, then I guess it doesn't make a difference anyway. Or at least I hope it doesn't. You see, the thing that I am very jealous about when it comes to Etat's content versus mine is that the man has much more of an ear for audio design than I happen to have. And the more that I do this YouTube thing, the better that I get at it. But even when I was at the car dealership today and I ended up doing a test drive for the car that I think that I'm going to buy next, I was talking with the car salesman, and he went to film school. And one thing that he learned when he was in film school is that audio is so much more important than visuals at the end of the day. You can have a really good video, visually speaking, with bad audio, and people will not vibe with it. But you can have a really bad, visually speaking, video and really top tier audio, and people will stay around for that. And so audio and sound design and sound effects, especially when it comes to cinematic and artistic Minecraft content and commentary and providing a sense of certain vibe. I'm happy when I get comments from people saying that my sound design sounds pretty good, but the man is the myth and the legend. The Zeus, the Hercules, the Poseidon. The Apollo 15. Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't think the audio is coming through on OBS. And honestly, if you were to actually take like a deeper look at my videos, even when I'm kind of giving like the real in life, in time sort of like updates, where I'm like, okay, so we have gotten a good amount of work here in the kingdom so far. As you'll notice, we've gotten around to expanding the entire wheat field over Inner Island as the sun begins to beautifully set on the horizon here. And man, there is just one thing that I can say about my experience on the Lotus SMP so far. And that is, I love Minecraft. Like, if I'm recording those segments for the video, which that was just a stream special for you all. But if I'm recording like that for video, I'm pretty sure that even those like kind of in-person recording segments do not show. So the only sound design that I really have going for me is whatever balance that I happen to have between the audio and my commentary, which is in many ways, still absolutely kind of a shot in the dark too. So hopefully things are getting better over time, and I'm trying my best. I'm definitely trying my best out here. Dude, I know. Well, yeah, sound design is so incredibly important when it comes to immersion. And for me, I happen to have Astro headphones, which are, if you guys don't know, they're like gaming headphones. And I got them to play Call of Duty. I think I got these headphones over 10 years ago, and they were like industry top of the line, and they still sound incredible, like absolutely incredible. And so I was going to record some replay mod cinematics, and the next Joy of Building episode had come out, and it went into my recommended feed. And at first it said headphones recommended, and my instant thought was, oh, word. I have the best headphones I could ever want to watch the next Joy of Building episode. And to no surprise, it did not disappoint. So, for any of y'all, this is the obvious throw in right here. Definitely take a look at Etat's content. The man is an inspiration. Although sometimes I also do feel like we also kind of inspire one another. Etat, I know that you ended up putting out, the man has been putting in work recently this week, and a good congrats on 14K, by the way. But putting out a couple of different short form pieces of content as well. And I was looking at them and just like the cinematics, and you know, I'm not alone in my cinematic style, but I do think that the way that we all create our cinematics does have an effect on each other, and how Minecraft content kind of continues to evolve over time. And so I don't know, I saw a little bit of you in me, or I saw a little bit of myself in your cinematics in the most recent video. And that kind of made me happy too, I would say. And one thing that is really cool, especially as a YouTuber, is that there are so many different ways of telling a story within Minecraft. And, you know, cinematics and having different angles and all of those different things are so important when it comes to really being able to tell that story, I would say. And we all have different ways of using different angles and different sound effects and sound design and visual elements and pacing and our own personalities and commentaries and voices, creating content that I think it is such a beautiful thing. See how Minecraft really evolves as a creative and artistic kind of platform for people that love the game and love building and love making things, not only through the blocks themselves, but by being able to tell stories in a multimedia fashion from it too. Yes, I would agree. Yeah, we all feed off of one another. It's such a cool thing too. But I will say that we are starting to get some significant progress done here on terraforming and filling out this island that we have. I do want to take a step back and go into Cheaty Cam real quick. And you can already tell it is looking so much better. This is looking good, okay. We will have to keep going around the island just like so. I do think that I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, if that is okay with you guys, and then we will continue on with our terraforming action over here in Lotus. So we'll head in, we'll say a good old hello to Blippery. Hello, Blippery. And then I will be back in just about a jiffy as I leave you guys with a nice old cinematic look. It would not be me. It would not be me if I didn't give you guys some sort of perspective of everything that we have going on here so far on Lotus. Be right back. Oh, and also, Zadok, I am very humbled. I'm very, very humbled. Thank you, man, for saying that. Oh, also, and Tiger Lily, I will get back to you about that in just about a minute. All right, and we are back for hour 2 of stream. Oh, and I just opened a Saskucha in here. A Mexican soda. What flavor? I'm having a Mandarin Refresco modern Mexican soda. And it is very good. And I would love to know, what do you guys think about when I go to the bathroom and that sort of stuff? Is it okay having a cinematic like this? I'd love to know. But the boy is back in town. Although I am happy that it is now nighttime. Because, of course, we're going to head to sleep for the night. And then back to a terraforming. We go on this island, and honestly, I cannot stop thinking, as we have a beautiful rainbow right here, actually. Cannot stop thinking about the fact that this build that we are making right here is so incredibly big. And this mega build, although I kind of thought about the title for these streams, kind of just like organically, it just came up to mind. I didn't really realize it until like the last 5 minutes or so. I was like, this is my episode 1, and I still don't even have a stutter base, and we're really not even close to having one as well. But for whatever reason, I have decided to go and side quest a massive monorail, and I can show you guys. It is so big, and we already have another full build right here, which could be an episode by itself. We have another build right here by Spawn. And this entire island and everything down below it, on top of all of the introductory Season 1 things. And even on top of that as well. Again, we are probably like halfway to 2/3 of the way done through this episode 1, but I have 45 gigabytes worth of recorded footage that I'm continuing to cut down, and I already have made 470 replay mod cinematic clips for this one video. So if that sounds absolutely insane for an episode 1, that will probably be over an hour long with my best editing and cinematics and all of that sort of thing. Expect a very big episode 1 coming up very soon. So I do hope that you are excited for that. And I am very happy with what I have edited so far when it comes down to it too. I know, Zadok, 45 gigs is absolutely insane. But I'm a capable man. I know I can make it happen. Although, yeah, we are very quickly running out of diamonds. And even iron. I mean, we're pretty much running very quickly out of everything right now. I'm being honest. We are definitely going to have to go diamond hunting at a point in the future. But we are going to take out one of our last deep slate diamond ore blocks and chop this guy down. And that way we can head into our crafting table right here and make ourselves another stone shovel, or diamond shovel, where in this chest right here, you can see that I am saving every single one of my diamond tools, which is kind of how I like to play the game. And then eventually I put all of these things that I have in here, not the stone, but all of the rest of the tools, and this is my first iron shovel and my first pair of iron armor, as you can see right here. Eventually, I like to put all of these things in item frames, and it's a really fun way for me to play the game. But I do say, yonder forth we go. And back up to the surface. Oh my gosh, yeah, Tiger Lily. My luck is very much on point when it comes to yours. We have very similar luck. And I'm sure some of you guys know that based on my AFK nature, I end up getting destroyed many, many times. So I will say that we did happen to luck out right there. Yes, Pug, if you are still watching right now, I cannot agree with you more. I'm assuming you've probably gone on the monorail. I know that someone's been here. Or at least to the last place. Not here. I know that someone's been to, in a fun way, at least over where this house is over here. But the monorail with the powered rails, although I've built all the way to here almost, the powered rails start right here, where I zoom in right there. So unfortunately, I am very low when it comes. I don't have actually. I used everything to my name. I think I know what it is now. Every once in a while, in the desert, I think there's a new sound where the sand, like a gust of wind, will blow the sand. I think, unless it's Pug, I don't think it's Pug. And I know that you guys can't hear it because I don't have my game volume up enough. But it's really going right now. It's kind of freaking me out, man. But once again, we will take out our diamond shovel and continue to do a bit more terraforming to make this island look absolutely incredible. It is one of those more monotonous things to do. But the end output of doing it is so worth doing. And honestly, I think that for many people, I happen to really enjoy doing this sort of thing, but I think that for many people, it's one of those things that they put off a lot. But the reality is, I think that terraforming and farming in Minecraft, specifically adding farmland like this, is one of the fastest ways to get a really good return on your effort in Minecraft, because as we've already gotten comments about on stream, just having a massive wheat field like this with shaders on looks absolutely beautiful. And just kind of working with the terrain with it and not trying to be too rigid, I would say. Like I don't know, it's a good rule of thumb. It's a good thing to do, I would say. One of the main reasons that I also terraform in the way that I do is because if I want to add anything to this island in the future, well, it's so easy. All I have to do is take a couple of dirt blocks and plug in the holes, and also just clear the field of wheat. Which I'm sure, as you know, with shaders on, and with having the sound as it is such a satisfying feeling to have. So there's two benefits. You get tons of wheat and it looks good. And I guess actually a third benefit is that then you can terraform and do anything that you want with the land after. Oh, ETAT, what flavor of ice cream? That sounds absolutely bomb. It also sounds like something that would hit the spot right now. But I also do have my Mexican soda, so that sounds quite good too. And I had a really good dinner too. This guy has been eating so well this month, it's actually crazy. I was having no problem with expenditure, trying any sort of different food type, and even comfort food from back at home when I was in Spain. I'm really just enjoying the food culture. Some vanilla ice cream. Hey, there's nothing bad about that. I think that vanilla does hit the spot. I don't think that... I don't know, like vanilla is something that I would buy in terms of ice cream. And I often do, actually. The last time... I wouldn't say I often do, but the last time I bought ice cream, I don't really buy ice cream. The thing is, I make ice cream. And that's not to be said as like a flex. Like it does not taste anything. It is like 10% as good as actual ice cream. So like we can get that straight. But when I buy ice cream, I think that I'll do something with like a vanilla base oftentimes. And then I do like having like chocolate chips or like, little Reese's cups or M&Ms, like something for some more texture in it. Cookie dough, I would say. I like cookie dough ice cream. But if I'm going to an ice cream shop, and I'm getting a bowl or like a cone of ice cream, I'm gonna get one of like 3 or 4 different flavors, and that is either Moose Tracks or, which is my traditional as a kid ice cream. Which for those of you guys that don't know, Moose Tracks is like a chocolate ice cream with, I think, cookie dough and Reese's cups, and caramel bits, I believe, and chocolate chunks. So it's like a super decadent chocolate ice cream. I cannot say chocolate tonight. I don't know why. So when I was a kid, that was definitely my historical one, my family, and I'm curious if any of y'all's families kind of have like the family all kind of agrees that one ice cream is awesome. My mom's side of the family, I come from a divorced family. My mom's side of the family, everyone's all about mint chocolate chip ice cream. And so I love that. And then my dad in particular loves peppermint ice cream, so I like that as well. But if I'm choosing for myself, I'll either choose Moose Tracks or mint chocolate chip or cookie dough, I would say. And then every once in a while, I will do like a pistachio ice cream if they have something like that. And then much less frequently, I would do something to just mix it up and like kind of switch it up. And that is not because I don't like switching it up and experimenting. I'm actually like the opposite person when it comes to food. I love trying different types of food. It's such a joy for me. But I just do not happen to have sweet treats in that sort of way enough or not sweet treats. I still have them. But like not ice cream, I would say enough in order to have enough of a comparison. But I would love to try more different types of ice cream flavors, I would definitely say. Ooh, and Tiger Lily. Yeah, you've also had some vanilla ice cream today too. Y'all are making me hungry right now. McDonald's apple pie. And vanilla ice cream. That sounds... that actually sounds pretty 10 out of 10. Tiger Lily, is it good? I mean, it must be. Of course, you ended up getting it. That sounds like one of those things that is pretty hard to not get fantastic, I would say, but the more homemade it is, the better. Like, imagine a homemade apple pie with some vanilla ice cream. Like, that is always 10 out of 10, I think. Oh man, I'm the one that brought up the food conversation, and that is definitely because I'm sure I'm starting to get a bit hungry. Along with my Minecraft character is as well. Wait, Pug, new sounds? Oh, okay, yeah, it's a new... Okay, I'm catching up with my own conversation that you happen to respond to, and I appreciate that. Okay. I don't know if I want to put on audio subtitles, but I do understand that that is the way that I could do it. And I do appreciate you telling me about that too. So once again, I do think that we will continue on down just like so and terraform this island. Although, man, I do also kind of have a feeling I have been putting a whole ton of time into this world, and I thought that we had accrued a lot more dirt along the way, or at least, to put it in other words, I thought that we had enough dirt in order to actually terraform this island in completion. I did not think that there was that much sand that we had right here, but it does look like we are probably going to run out quite quickly as well. Dude, Etad. Man, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh man, I never know what to say for these things, y'all. Etad, you know how much I appreciate you, dude. That is a very, very well received $20 for a good old ice cream. I am going to go all out with for that, okay? So funny. I think that I'm actually I'm fascinated, or just I'm all about the ice cream because I actually live right below an ice cream shop, and I always smell the ice cream flavors kind of coming up. And I was walking home after dinner with my mom, and I was like, oh, it smells so good. But I didn't end up getting any. But I am going on vacation for my birthday for the next 2 days. So I'm going to treat myself and my mom to a good old ice cream, and I will tell her. And Etad, I've actually already told her about you. So I do really appreciate you and consider you an important guy in the life of the Slit Man. So I'm a big, let me put a W into the chat. And much love, my man, much love. Oh, but man, yeah, mint chocolate chip or moose tracks. And for me, one of the most irresistible things in the world as well. And I have not had it in a good amount of time, but man, I would love to, is one of those cookie sandwiches too. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about as well, right? Like the cookie sandwiches that have 2 chocolate chip cookies, and then a big slab of vanilla ice cream right in the middle. Those are so good. And back at my hometown, there is this place called Cookie Monster. And I come from Boston area, New England. So I'm sure that some of you guys know that Bostoners not only will say things like wicked a lot, which I do happen to do, but also, you gotta park your car, and have the kind of AH sort of R sound, which is something that I happen to have from time to time as well. And so there's this ice cream shop called the Cookie Monster. And it's really good, and kind of like Raising Cane's, if any of you guys know that, where they only specialize in the chicken wings and the french fries and that sort of thing. Cookie Monster specializes in only having like deluxe ice cream cookie sandwiches. And it was like $5.50 or $6 for like the biggest cookie sandwich, most like gourmet deluxe with like 15 different flavors. And you guys are more than welcome to look it up as I'm talking about it, if it interests you. Cookie Monster. And you could look up Swampscott, Massachusetts, which is one that's very close to my hometown. And oh my gosh, I would get a couple of those back in the day, and it's one of them where half of the cookie sandwich is pretty much the size of one that you would get from like the frozen section at a convenience store or something like that. And for me, I love cookies, and I love cookie dough. I'm one of those people that if you were to be making cookies with me and we had the roll of cookie dough, I would be, as we were cutting down the cookies, eating so much cookie dough that we would just not be able to have as many cookies as we had initially planned. Just absolutely love cookies. So Cookie Monster was something that was very well received for me back when I lived back in my hometown. Oh, exactly. Yeah, Zadok, that is exactly how it was, honestly. Because they would do all of the toasting and they would give it to you fresh, just like it was like a drive-through sort of thing. And they only specialized in the cookie sandwiches, and it was only a drive-through, and they're still a business, and they're still doing well in Massachusetts. And so they really do have something, I think, quite good as well, along with another really good food that was also comfort food. Back in my hometown was a little local fried chicken place called Flip the Bird, which I think is a really good name based on, I'm sure some of you all may understand a certain connotation with if you were flipping the bird. But instead they're talking about flipping the bird in terms of, flipping the bird in the fryer. And they only, once again, specialized in fried chicken sandwiches and had a variety of different ways of doing it, and literally nothing else except for fried chicken sandwiches. And I do think that when you really do, and it's so hard to do, genuinely, to really focus down and barrel down in one thing, you can have so much success in doing that thing. But myself and many other people, discipline and will are only finite resources. And so I do have so much respect for the people that are able to continue on one thing with so much, cannot speak, which with so much discipline over time, and really are able to receive the fruit of that labor over time as well. Because for me, although I do think that I've gotten a lot better at making like episodes over time, and that sort of thing, I do also realize that from a content creation standpoint, and this isn't a bad thing because it's all about iteration, like when it comes to short form content in particular, on like my Instagram or my TikTok channel, I have switched from trying like a quote of the day every day for like a month or two to going to Minecraft tips, where I would give a specific Minecraft tip every single day over another one of my, Minecraft cinematics. And then I just tried doing the cinematics by themselves. And then I tried doing the cinematics in just a compilation style with the music. And then I tried putting a little bit of text over top the cinematics and saw what happened there with like just one cinematic and one piece of text that I thought was a pretty good sentence, like one thing to say. And then I tried putting multiple sentences on top of one cinematic on my YouTube shorts. And then I tried and that seemed to do pretty well, doing multiple pieces of text over my cinematics, even if it was just one cinematic. And so I thought, what if I put multiple of my cinematics together, just like if I was doing one of my cinematics on my long form videos, and then I put like a kind of pretty good message on top of it, on top of the cinematic, and have it really all high quality, and see what happens there and see how that performs. And that has performed very well on the channel. We have a short with 21,000 views, and I've only been doing it for about 5 days or so. And then I have also seen a couple of short form Instagram reels of people that are giving a story and a commentary, kind of in like a progression style, about how they are developing their Minecraft world over time. And I thought that that would be a really wonderful thing to maybe do in a short form style and kind of try my best and see what would happen when it came to that sort of design with the Minecraft. And so I've been trying that, and that on Instagram at least has been doing really, really well. And we'll have to see how it continues out on YouTube. Actually, it did really well on YouTube too. It got like 3,000 views, which is really good by my standards, based on like a 1,000 view outlier, or 1,000 view average. That's like a 3x outlier. So I am still very happy with that. Hey, ETAT and retweet, dude. I've been really enjoying the short form videos that you've been making over the last 48 hours as well, my man. For me, I listen to a lot of Minecraft content and watch it kind of while doing Minecraft work myself. And before I get like a really good second monitor, sometimes I will miss little bits and pieces of the videos, although I get like the general gist. And so being able to see the short form as a dedicated long form viewer for you, I would say has been a great way for me to be able to get a little bit more inside look of the builds. And I do think that hopefully even kind of the series that I have and will continue to work on with showing the story in a short form manner when it comes to Lotus, well, we'll be able to have that sort of depth over time as well, and be able to give those extra lenses and perspectives for the people that really do happen to be all about, Lotus and the community, or me and this community, and all of us being able to work together on making an incredible world in the server. But I will say it is about 10:30 my time, and so this guy is getting a kind of a sleeper, man. And so I do think that it is just about time for this guy to get ready to hit the hay before we have a bit of vacation time to celebrate my birthday. And then on Tuesday, the day after, we will come back to stream. ETAT, dude, thank you again. I am very humbled, and you are going to have to let me know when the birthday is so I can return the favor, my man. I'd love to get you an ice cream cone as well. as it would for all of you guys. Maybe VidCon next year or something like that. But anyway, I do hope that you guys have a wonderful end or rest or start or beginning to your Saturday. But for me, it is time to hit the hay and see what happens in the next day. Much love, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish I had a wittier outro. Bang. I was over here. If only you knew that Joel was here. And thank you, Zedek. And thank you, Tiger Lily. And a good old night to Actual Pug.